So, Mr. Martin 405 back with another video, and today, didn't really plan on doing a video, didn't really plan on working on the Durango today, but what the hell. As you already know, used to be red line red, got it painted. It's ultra charcoal, and along with that, I had some other work done. What I got done was these pieces here, all my interior pieces. This piece here, pieces along the dash. Had all of those painted the same color as the vehicle. All my trim pieces. So, with that being said, decided to look at some other pieces in here, man, and actually get those color matched as well, or get some of this chrome deleted. So this is what I'm looking at right now. Sometimes you got to take the whole dash apart, man. And basically what I'm doing is I'm doing this trim piece here. So instead of it being black, we're gonna do this the same gray. I went and had my color mixed up. We're going to shoot this today. Along with that, man, I know I've searched in different groups. I'm in like maybe 4 or 5 different Durango groups, as y'all know, as well as groups with the in the Corvette, and trying to find how to get these vents out of here so that way I can delete the chrome. And if you're in a Durango and you're anything like me and you've looked at trying to get these vents out of here to get the chrome trim out, there's really nothing. There's discussions out there, whether it be in the groups on Facebook or whether it be on some of the forums, you know, on the web or whatever. There's hardly anything. There's no video. So we're gonna mess with that today, being that everyone's looking for that type of content to figure out how to get these vents out. So what I noticed is with taking my cluster out, it makes it that much easier to get the far left vent, get that out. And I'm pretty sure I can get the 2 center ones out. The question is if I can get all the way over and get the far right vent out. So, I mean, if I can do that, then I can continue deleting all the chrome in here, because of course this trim piece just pops out the chrome there. So while I have that out and while I'm painting this to color match the car, I'm going to delete this chrome piece here. So I think I'm going to go with a more or less gloss black. I have some black that I got that I was going to shoot on a set of rims that I had. I actually got to locate that. But I think I'm gonna go with that and have all my chrome be more or less kind of like a gloss black. Let me just find it so y'all understand what I'm talking about. Because it's not really a gloss black, but it'll kind of still be chrome, but it'll have like a black kind of essence to it. If I remember what I did with it. That's a good question. Oh, that's what I did with it. Let's locate this. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So I know it's a wheel coating, you know, based kind of paint, but it still gives you the chrome kind of effect, you know, or that kind of shine to it. But at the same time, it's more or less a black. So I'll probably be doing my chrome pieces in this. So we're gonna get started on this. I'm actually gonna check and see if I can get these vents out so I can get these trim pieces done. Wow, I got all this broke down because I had no idea how I was gonna be able to get these vents out of here and get this chrome deleted out of here. But now that I know, and people out there, if you're watching this video and you've been thinking about deleting the chrome in yours and trying to figure out how to take these vents out and get your chrome trim off without breaking it, the easiest way is to take out your instrument cluster, which basically has 3 screws. You got one up top, so while it's in there, you'll see that one screw up here. And then you'll have to pull your clips from this part down here, which will expose your other 2 screws down here. Once you pull those, it'll tilt forward, and then of course you just got to unplug your harness. And like I said, it gives you a little bit more access. Let me flip the camera. It gives you a little bit more access to the sides of your vents here, so I can easily pop this side out, because there's basically, I think, 2 clips on each side, if I'm not mistaken, from the pictures and stuff that I've seen. And then I'll just have to pull, of course, my radio back out to get to the outside or the inside clips in here, and then get to this side. So I feel like I'm good for these 3 vents, these 2 in the center and the one on the left side. The question is this one over here. So if I can get to the inside of this side, I know I can pop that other piece off over there and get that one. So that's what we're doing on this fine Tuesday, man. Just doing a little bit of work on the Durango. Next, I need to figure out how to get my door handles off, which I may not necessarily mess with the door handles themselves right now, because I have some running around to do, and I'll actually have to mess with those, having to go to work a little bit later on. So I may not mess with the handles right now, but I'm gonna figure something out for those. And then also I need to figure out here, move some of this stuff out the way. Figure out here, and please disregard, I need to do a little bit of detailing here, but to get this piece here out and then get this chrome out and get that knocked out as well. Still trying to decide on if I want to do something with this piece here and maybe do the outline of, I don't know. I guess we'll see, man. But y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna jump on this. Probably not going to do the painting process, because we all know how to shoot a little bit of paint. So I may not do that process itself, but we're gonna get on it. All right, my people, so we got one out, man. So to get this joint out, what I did was, of course, stuck my hand in through his side, and you can access these 2 sides by, you know, just getting your finger on the side, pushing those 2 out. And then I used one of these here to come in from this side, and then you can access the top and the bottom clips from that side. So now we can get our trim piece off of here, and I'll keep y'all updated on how well it goes getting the centers and the far right side out of there, so we can play with these vents. Because again, there's no video out there, so figure if anybody should try it, give y'all the information on how you should get it out, it should be me. So I'm gonna try to get the rest of these out, give y'all pointers on what it is that you need to do in order to get yours out, and we'll go from there, man. But let me jump back on this. I'm gonna try to get a couple of these pieces sprayed in between getting these other vents out, and then we'll pretty much just run from there, man. Especially on a day like today. Not too hot, not cold outside. If you're in Oklahoma City, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna jump back on this and give y'all the information needed, so in that way, if y'all want to delete y'all's chrome, you could do that. You know what I mean? But let's jump back on. All right, so one center vent out, and again, with these, you need no tools, so this makes it that much easier. So anybody that has ever been looking out on trying to get these out, take out your cluster, and it makes it that much easier. With having this out, you can basically push from either side over here. And again, I just use my thumbs, man. Just get them in there. You can push the tops and then push the bottom, and she slides right out. So question is, with these over here, to try to figure out how I'm gonna get up and in on the right side of this other center vent, because this one was easy because I was able to come in from each side, from the part where the cluster is, and then the part where I had to pull my stereo out of there to get to those. So I got 2 out, 2 more to get done. But I wanted to for sure get these two out on the driver's side. So then that way, once I get all my chrome painted and get my bezel sprayed, I can get all that back in here and not have to worry about this side. And then I can just focus on over there on the passenger side. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my chrome around my door handles. If I'm just going to do the trim, leave the handles themselves, or try to do something different with them. I haven't really seen anybody do anything with the door handles themselves, so I don't know, man. I may pull those, maybe wrap them in the same way that I have my hood wrapped. As you can see, got that wrapped in black, and then of course trimmed in my blue. So we may go that route. Don't quite know yet. But excuse me. Need to check on my stereo stuff today as well. So I may be swinging by there. So I may not be able to get all this done today, because I think my box may be done. So I can drop my 8s in there and then put my 2600 watt amp in here to push those. To give y'all a preview, how we end up running that was, because again, I was going to do the quarter panels back there and just have my speakers on either side. But problem I ran into, I didn't really want to mess with my emergency release for my gas tank door, which before I got it painted, I actually fixed that little spring that's on your door to release your gas tank door. Put that spring back on there, and it's been working fine ever since. I haven't needed my emergency release, which I needed that probably 3 or 4 times a week before I fixed that. But anyway, we were going to do them in the quarter panels. We were going to pull those off, have them build the boxes on each side, and then just run it from there. Hello, the missus is calling. Hold on a second. All right, so as you can tell, it's a new day. Got my driver's side vents back in after getting those out, which those are relatively easy. When you get over here on the passenger side, you gotta, or the easiest way that I found it, you may not have to do it, or you may, or actually looking at it now, you will have to do it. You have to drop the glove compartment in order to get in and get to the right side of the other center vent. The one on the far end on the right, close by the passenger door, that one is pretty easy to get to. Of course, you just get your hand up in there, push those clips, and then you got to get in on the other side where that other little panel is, which, so this one up over here on the other side, like I said, once you drop your glove compartment, I feel like I'm plugging that, but you'll have 6 screws. So once you pull this trim piece off, which of course I have mine painted the same color as the car, but yours will probably be gray, which a regular gray, not a charcoal gray like mine. Once you pull this piece, then you'll have your 2 screws up top, and then you'll have these 4 down at the bottom. Once you pull those, there are snaps on the back of it, so you'll have to lightly pull at the top and at the bottom to get your glove compartment housing off. Once you get that off, then of course you'll get access to all the rest of this. Like I said, the one over here, you're able to just get your hand up in there, push those 2 clips, and then again, I just use my T screwdriver here to get up in here and get a hold to the other 2 clips over here on the side. Once you pull your bezel out with your stereo there, it's easy to get to from this side over there on the left side, but the right side, they're kind of blocked, but where your keepers are on this side over here, it's a little bit hard to get to them. Once I actually took that video, which again, I'll throw probably about right here. Then you're able to get that bottom one, get these 2 top ones. I can't remember if I was able to get that top one or if after getting these 2 and this one over here, if I was able just to push it out, but they're kind of blocked from the rest of your vent housing being in here, where your air and your heat blow. It's kind of blocked from that. So again, use my T-screwdriver, got that up in there. I think I got that one pushed. I'm not for sure. So if you can't get it pushed, you want to maybe work these two and this one down here at the bottom until it kind of moves a little bit. Or unless you can kind of get up in there and get that one pressed. Like I said, I didn't have my light to see whether or not I got that top one. But again, it's relatively easy for the ones over there on the driver's side, and then the one closest to the passenger door on the passenger side. The only one that's giving me a problem is that one, but again, I have them all out now. And again, once you get them out, you have 8 clips that you have to release, and you may want to be a little bit careful with them because they're a little brittle. I broke one, I think in the top left-hand corner of my vent closest to the driver door. This is what I'm talking about, these clips here. So you just get a small screwdriver and you can release these clips. Like I said, it's 3 on each side and then 2 on top. The bottom here just has these little grooves that it fits in, and those kind of just snap into place once you start sliding it back in there. So far, this is what we're looking right now. I have to kind of wipe those down. Like I said, I went with that gloss black instead of the chrome. Again, I'm still thinking about doing something to my door handles, but right now I don't know if I'll mess with those right now. I'm gonna probably focus on my dash stuff. Of course, get my stereo back in, and as you can see, my center console is out because all of that black trim that's in here in the center, I'm also doing that this same charcoal gray. So, which I gotta wipe that back off. It's kind of dirty. But yeah, have that out now because I'm doing the black trim in here, the same charcoal gray, and I'm deleting that chrome in there, and I'm actually going to shoot that gloss black as well, which I actually have to get some sandpaper, go over that, and then reprime it again. I don't know if it's because I skipped my prep spray to kind of, you know what I mean, remove any any oil or dirt. That's what you get when you combine oil and dirt, you get earth. Anyway, brother's tripping. Once you, or should I say, being that I didn't do that, it may be just that plastic, it kind of fried on me a little bit, so I'm gonna have to sand that down, which I'll show you what that looks like here in a minute. But again, this is my current setup now. Looks kind of bad, I know, but we'll get it back together and y'all will see the finished product here in a minute. Trying to get this video out as fast as possible, so in that way, some of the people in Durango groups or any of the forums that I'm in that have been looking to try to figure out how to get these vents out of here, you'll figure out how to get them out. But I'm also, like I said, gonna have to edit this video, get it together, and then push it out so that way you have all of the instructions from front to back, and then also you have what it looks like when I'm done, because this looks terrible. Can't leave the video on this note without showing y'all the finished product. But this is what my bezel looks like. Like I said, all of this was black. Redid that, the same charcoal gray, so now all of that's gray, and of course that chrome trim that was in there is also now gloss black. So say we're probably about 50, probably say about 50-55% complete, meaning that I now have all of that stuff over there done. I still got to do these 2 vents. I'm going to do the plastic trim on the center console right here, and I'm debating whether or not I'm going to go around the edge of the stereo as well to kind of tie it all in, which I may actually do that. But stay tuned for that. Jump on these, get these prepped, primed, painted, and I have y'all a video before you know it. Let's get back to it. All right, so again, with these clips, kind of want to be careful with them. How I've been doing them, I'll start up top here and then work my way around. And as you're doing that, you kind of just pry up and then kind of push out as you're doing that. So then that way you're kind of working it loose. Just that part off there. All right, cool. Loose again. Come back down here. Back in there. Sometimes they may kind of snap back in there, so you got to kind of hold it while you're going to the next clip. That side is out. These bottom ones. And once you all those free, and you just fold kind of down to get this bottom piece loose with these 3 little keepers. And then there you have it. Now you got that piece off after getting all your vents out. All right, man, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video short because I'm still finishing up some of the other parts that I've pulled out to try to get painted, deleting my chrome around my shift knobs, around my cup holders and all that other kind of stuff. It's taking a little bit longer and I don't want to stretch the video out too much. And I don't want to keep you guys waiting on trying to figure out how to get these vents out. So, like I said, cut the video short so that way you guys have that info. So if you had projects that you were looking into trying to get finished and your vent bezels was one of them, you can go ahead and jump on that. But stay tuned to check out the finished product as far as all the work that I've done. I have most of my vents done. I have one left that I still have to do. Still planning on knocking out my switches as far as on my door panels for my windows and my door locks. Get those done and a couple other things, man. But like I said, the process is taking a little bit longer because I'm having a little bit of an issue with some of the stuff. So if you're looking to get some of this plastic work painted in your Durango or period in any of your vehicles or whatever, got to make sure you prep your pieces to be painted. Make sure you scuff them, prep them, you know what I mean, then prime and paint them. So I think that's the issue that I'm having with them is a couple of the parts that I didn't scuff. My paint and stuff is not adhering to them, so dealing with the bull. A couple of them kind of fried up on me, paint kind of peeled up or whatnot, so going back and having to redo those. But I would probably say I'm about 75 to 80% done with what it is that I plan on doing. But hope this was informative, man, because like I said, I had been looking for I don't know how long, and I'm pretty sure y'all are, you know, like I was trying to figure out, well, how do you get these vents out of here? Because again, on none of the Durango groups, search Facebook, a lot of the Dodge Durango forums, none of that was on there on either step-by-step or a video on how to get the vents out. So really didn't run into any problems. So hope this video helps, man. Stay tuned. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that, man. Much more content on the way. I still got plenty left to do with the Durango, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.